Tonight on Alaska's News Source, the legislature makes a decision on the governor's education funding line item veto. Plus, we hear whether it's common to see Chinese research vessels close to Alaska after last month's sighting.
Rainy skies take over South Central with flood watches continuing through the weekend.
You're watching Alaska's News Source.
This afternoon, lawmakers at the special session in Juneau overrode the governor's line item veto of about $51 million in education funding. It was a 45-15 vote. 10 members of the minority voted in favor of the override. This news comes after the governor vetoed the funding from the budget after an already contentious battle between the legislature and his agenda. The Senate and House have both recessed until August 19th. And the Coast Guard says a situation similar to what we saw last week, where a Chinese research vessel was seen off the coast of Alaska, is not uncommon. The ship was seen inside the U.S. extending continental shelf around 300 miles north of Ukqiavik. This resulted in the U.S. Coast Guard putting Operation Frontier Sentinel into motion. The Coast Guard sent a Hercules fixed-wing aircraft to meet the vessel as per standard procedure.
The U.S. maintains sovereignty over the seabed and subsea resources on the extended continental shelf. So research that is on the extended continental shelf could be of concern if it pertains to the seabed or the subsea bed. That's the concern.
He says the ship stayed in the U.S. waters for another day or two. And Anchorage has seen rain on and off over the past few weeks. It feels like a change from all of the sun we've seen this summer. Bailey, is the rain sticking around, and are other people in the state dealing with it too?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It has felt like this rain is just lasting forever. And we're actually approaching rainy season as we get into August, so we're only going to continue to see more of these rainy skies. Now, so far today on our time lapse, we've seen lots of low-lying clouds, and I would say you can even see the rain, but you're really pretty much just looking at these clouds. So it just really shows how much moisture is in the air, and that's coming from some upper-level troughs that we have right now over South Central. So looking ahead to our out-the-door forecast and our photo from Tracy Tri, we even see all that moisture in Valdez. So all that rain is continuing, and we're going to continue to see those cloudy skies moving through tomorrow morning, and it should break up just a little bit in the afternoon for a little bit of sunshine to poke through, but ultimately just expect cloudy skies to start your day tomorrow. Now, with our skycast, you can really see those clouds that we're forecasting in the morning. Temperatures are going to still stay a little bit cooler, but they're going to be about the mid-60s, so a little bit warmer than what we saw today. And you can even see in the afternoon those clouds being forecasted to break up a little bit. So sunshine is what you can start to expect by the afternoon, but statewide we're seeing an increase in cloud cover, especially for southeast and here in South Central. Now, the Aleutians are also going to continue seeing that rainfall and those cloudier skies, but the interior and western Alaska is still having that high pressure, but clouds are still going to be pretty consistent, especially as we move into next work week. So we're going to continue to see those temperatures staying fairly warm, but like I said, we are approaching that rainy season, so rain is just going to keep coming. And Michaela, of course, now that we're back to the weekend, our Brain and Brawn fun fact of the day. Now, I learned today that moons have their own earthquakes, and they're called moonquakes, and this comes from the Earth's gravitational pull, the moon cooling, and I guess it shrinks as well, so I guess we have a moon that's slowly shrinking. But the highest magnitude was 5.5, so it's pretty interesting.
That is really interesting. I love that we're both interested in geologic processes.
Me too. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah, it does. Thanks, Bailey. People started lining up early this morning for the 11th annual Clothesline Project event. Anchorage Cops for Community holds the event every year to give clothes and back-to-school essentials to Anchorage students. According to APD Sergeant John Butler, who is the event's organizer, people started lining up as early as 6 a.m. to be the first in line. Along with a clothing giveaway, there were bounce houses and vendors. This year, Anchorage Cops for Community is expecting to serve around 250,000 people. For Butler, putting a smile on the kids' faces makes it all worth it.
It's so awesome to be able to know that these kids get to be able to have a first day of school outfit or week outfit. And we got the barbers here from AB Studio cutting up kids so that they can look fresh. It's confidence. We give kids confidence.
The event ran from 10 this morning to 2 this afternoon. And still ahead, a new restaurant is open in Anchorage, and we got to the ribbon cutting to try some food and check out the brewery.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Welcome back. I do want to make a correction to that last story. I misspoke and said that Clothesline Project was serving more people than it actually is. I meant to say it's serving 2,500. And the 49th State Brewing just opened its 4th location here in Alaska. Joe Allgood was there for the ribbon cutting yesterday with some food and sparkling water in hand.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You caught me in the middle of my pretzel nuggets here at the newest 49th State Brewing location. They're calling it 49th State at the Rail. 3! I'm about to try one of their all-new, unique to this restaurant sandwiches. They've got a whole list here, and they're all only here at this restaurant. So this one here is called the Sledgehammer, which is a very descriptive name. It's got prosciutto and pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, arugula, spicy Calabrian chili pepper spread, roasted garlic herb tomatoes with a balsamic glaze on a toasted pizza. You can see it here. It's a lot of stuff on one sandwich, so hopefully I'm able to get it all in one bite, but we'll see here. It's got some weight to it, so let's dig in. Of course, it's not just about the food, but the drinks as well, which come from right next door to the bar.
But this is where we do 99% of our stuff.
Brewery manager Jaime Jurado took us behind the scenes. You've been doing it so long. What do you love about the brewing process?
Well, it certainly is a calling. You don't go into brewing for the love of money or anything like that. You go for it because you're working with nature and biochemistry and still science and art together, and making stuff that people love.
Yeah. And what could go better with one of those drinks than a good sandwich? Which reminds me, a little bit of a kick from that chili pepper crisp, which is great. I think, though, what really ties it all together is this delicious pizza wrap. It's sort of a thin flatbread, just pulls it all together, and one of the most important things about a sandwich is making sure it doesn't fall apart when you take a bite. So this one passes that test, but don't just take my word for it. Will you be, it's pretty safe to say then you'll probably come back, right?
Yes, I will come back. It's good food, and I bring a lot more my friends.
It's different than their other location, which is up the hill. This creates that, more family space as opposed to a large tourist environment.
If you don't mind me, I'm going to get back to my pretzels. Joe Allgood, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.